What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with another video. So if you didn't see it in the last video, we dropped all the motor parts off at the machine shop. So we are still waiting for that stuff to get back. It's been a few days. He said about a week. So in the meantime, we got some stuff to do on the truck. I found a couple little things to do. So the bay is all pretty much ready for the motor for the most part. Just waiting for the parts. We get that motor together, we can stuff it in here and finish up everything in there. But for now, I've had this sitting on the shelf. I've been wanting to do it, but I was kind of just focused on getting the engine bay done, getting the motor done. But I got a few days to burn, so it's time to get this stuff in the truck. And so what I picked up is a new head unit and then some 4-inch speakers for the stock dash area, and then for those new door panels I had, I got some 6.5-inch, and these are, you know, they're just coax speakers. They're nothing special. I didn't really want to go all out. I may eventually do a sub somewhere, but for now I'm gonna put these in and see how it sounds. It should be all right. I've actually ran these speakers before, and for the price, you really can't beat them. They sound pretty good. So let's get the stuff opened up. I'll show you exactly what we're doing, and we can throw it in the truck. Yeah, there it is. So these are the little 4-inch. I think these are 4. Yeah, 4-inch for the dash, 6.5 for the doors, and then this is a pumpkin Android head unit. Comes with some wiring, obviously, all the mounts, basically everything, the microphone, all that good stuff. Wi-Fi. I think it's actually got a Wi-Fi and a GPS. It should. I know a lot of them do. So I have run other brands of the Android head units, and they're actually really sweet. They work awesome. They have GPS, Wi-Fi, everything really needed for, you know, entertainment in your car. So let's get this stuff installed. Let's get the head unit in first, get that all buttoned up, make sure it fits in the dash and everything works as it should, and then we can go through, get all these speakers in. Alright guys, we have our first issue. This head unit is just a little bit bigger than the opening of this trim. So I'm just going to have to clearance it around just a little bit, and shouldn't be that bad, just real thin plastic. I'll just grind it out a little bit and should fit no problem with a little bit of grinding, and then we can throw it in. Alright guys, after a little bit of grinding, got it fit in primo. And it's nice, you can't see that edge because it's kind of recessed back behind the radio. So, looks factory still. Let's get this in and make sure everything lines up like it should. There we go, guys. Fits like factory. Looks really good in there. So now I just got to figure out the harness. Not a big deal. We'll just have to cut all this nasty crap out of here and wire in that new plug to my Toyota adapter here, and then we'll fire it up, make sure it works, and then we'll wire in all the speakers. Alright, we got this harness mostly together. We still got to run, obviously, the new wires for the door speakers up to here. But front speakers are hooked up, power, ground, all that good stuff. So let's go plug it in, turn it on, and make sure it works. Alright guys, everything seems to work. I paired my phone, no problem. Everything's working pretty good. These things are crazy what you can do with them. There's so much stuff. I mean, it's Android, so you can basically go on the App Store here and download any app that you can download on an Android phone. So you can literally get anything on here. You watch YouTube, Netflix, literally. It's basically a tablet, so really sweet. So now, next all I got to do is just get the stock, or the speakers in the stock location here, in the glove box over here, and then we'll get those 6.5s in the doors, and we can test it out with all the new speakers. Well, that actually fits pretty good. The stock only has 2 of the screws in it, but fits right in there, screwed on with no modifications, so that's good. So then I'll just hook up this wire to here and then connect that to the stock harness, and we should be good to go. Alright, this one fits a little bit different. So the bottom screws right in, but the top one, it's kind of hard to see, but it's not far enough, it's not wide enough to hit that post. So what the other guy had done is just bent a washer down, stuck it underneath the post, and it's kind of locked in there because of you can see the notch there where it screws on, so it kind of locks into that post. Then you just bend the washer down, screw it on, and it holds it really nice and tight. Alright guys, I got the 2 speakers in, just a little 4-inch guys. Everything's working pretty good.
I remember me and mama used to ride the cab. Pull up at the lag, no more lease, we paying cash. Show up to a crib, hand the key.
Well, we got this speaker mounted up. That's about where it's going to sit. So what I have is just a little 1/2-inch adapter that I just got to screw on. I just got one in the bottom now, just holding it there. So I got to put a couple here and there, and then screw the speaker on. And I want to show you guys what I did with the wiring. So I already put this grommet in right through the door. I figured, I wasn't sure when I was going to put the system in, and I already had the fenders off, and that was the easiest way to drill this. So this is just a little cheap wire grommet I found on Amazon, and it actually works pretty good. So I'm just going to run the wire right through here and then through the dash right to the head unit. So I'm going to get this secured all the way, and then we'll fish that wire through and run that up to the head unit, and then we'll tackle the other side. Alright guys, got these speakers in. And for what they are, they sound really good. Let's crank this thing up. Really not too bad for what they are.
Only one love in the sound of the fire. Someone who can handle me. Someone got your heart to beat. Oh yeah. If you try to come closer, I'ma give you some closure. Before you know it, it's over. So run away.
Alright guys, there it is. So I know it's extremely hard to actually hear, especially on a video, of how it sounds, but for what they are, they sound pretty good. And I'm sure the little battery that I have hooked up right there probably isn't helping for giving it, you know, full power, full juice, especially when things not running. It's got a little tiny battery powering it, but yeah, it actually sounds pretty good. So happy with it. So now I'm just gonna put the panels back on. I think we can get a lot of this side together as far as like all the panels and everything. That side has still got a lot of wiring to do, but we can get this whole center section on. But before I do that, I actually have a couple other things I want to do to it. So another thing I picked up for this radio is a backup camera. So I'm going to mount this up. This is a license plate mount. But the only problem with it is my license plate light would be right in the center here. So what I actually picked up is some of these little license plate lights here that will bolt through the camera, through the plate, and I'll actually be able to run lights and my camera bolted through the same bolts. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So you can see my light is here. If I put that camera, it'll be right in the way of that light. So we're gonna bolt those lights through the actual license plate and through that camera, and it should work pretty good. So that's the next thing we gotta install. Alright guys, the next thing we gotta do is wire in this backup camera. So really simple. This is basically the power cable. So the red you tie in with one side of this red here, that goes to your reverse light. The black's ground, and then the other side connects to your radio. This radio uses this little cable adapter that plugs into the radio, and then this is the little signal wire from the radio. So there should be a wire that's labeled backup camera, so you connect that there. Alright guys, got everything all wired in. Let's go fire it up and see what we got. Already got the truck on. So with that trigger wire, you should be able to just put it in reverse and automatically the backup camera will show up. So yeah, there we go. There's the backup camera. And then it's also got some little lights on the camera too, so that's kind of nice. Let's turn the lights on, see if the reverse lights work. Yeah, there we go. Looks like everything's working. So now it's just a matter of buttoning up a few wires, heat shrinking some stuff, and we should be good to go on that whole backup camera install. Alright, there it is, guys. It's all back together, looking good, working good. Pretty excited about this. Been wanting to do that for a while and just hadn't had time, so finally got it done. Everything's installed, backup camera, all that good stuff. So pretty stoked about that, guys. So all you high-end car audio guys, I know this isn't the top of the line stuff. These aren't component speakers. They're just you know, the coaxial basic speakers. I just didn't want to go all out and spend way too much money and time doing it. Eventually I might put a sub in the back somewhere. The thing about these trucks is it's hard to put a sub without having the box just sitting on the seat. There's not a whole lot of room. So someday if I get the ambition, I might do something custom with a sub box, but for now I think this will do the job. Get some tunes in the truck anyway. So that wraps up this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.